Do you see that? You know what comes next, don't you? How's it going? This is Brian from Change is Good. In this video, we're going to hunt through $10,000 in currency. Here we have $5,000 in $1 bills and $5,000 in $5 bills for a total of 6,000 bills. We'll be looking for anything worth more than face value, such as star notes, fancy serial numbers, and printing errors. I'll be hunting through all the bills off camera and coming back with a full recap of the finds afterwards, starting with the finds from the $5 bills first. And as a reminder, if you like this type of content, hit that like, share, and subscribe, and now let's tackle this beast. When I'm done, I'll be back with a recap of the finds. Okay, we're done hunting, and now let's check out the finds. Starting off with the fives, we had 3 common star notes with 3.2 million print runs. We also had a star note with a fairly low print run of 640,000. We also had 5 notable date or history notes. The dates on these notes had something significant happen on them within the last few hundred years. We won't cover them all here, but feel free to check out these dates to see just what happened. Sometimes it can be quite interesting. We also had a birthday note, August 4th, 2022. That's fairly recent. Now on to the fancies. We had 1 mixed or broken ladder numbers 2 through 9, all in mixed order. These are a very low-end fancy serial number, but they are a great way to find matching pairs because there are only so many combinations. We also had 4 trinaries. Here we have one with 2s, 5s, and 9s, and one with 0s, 7s, and 9s. And here we have 0s, 3s, and 8s, and 0s, 3s, and 5s. Trinaries are also a very low-end fancy serial number, but they're also a great way to find matching pairs. And here's a cool one with 4 pairs, 21, 21, 84, 84. This one's cool because 21 is 84 divided by 4. And last up for the 5s is a trinary with 3 8s in a row and 4 1s in a row. This was our fanciest $5 bill. Now on to the 1s. As for the 1s, we had 22 common star notes with 3.2 million print runs. Our oldest star note was a 2001 G-Series star note. Because star notes are no longer being printed, they're getting tougher to find. We also had a 2017 A-B series star note with a fairly low print run of 640,000. As you can see, it's also just a little bit miscut. We also had a 2017 AL series star note with a fairly low print run of 500,000. Unfortunately, as you can see, it's a bit on the wrinkly side. But it does have one saving grace. As you can see, it has a filled star error. The star should have a white circle in the middle just like this. As you can see, this star does not have a circle in the middle. This is called an over-inked star error. This does add a little bit of value to the note, even though it's in rough condition. And our last star note is a 2017 AF series star note with a very low print run of 250,000. This was our rarest star note. We had 22 notable date or history notes. There are far too many to cover here, but feel free to look up these dates to see just what happened. We also had 4 birthday notes with more modern dates. Here we have November 7th, 1932. Next up is June 12th, 1960. Here we have November 18th, 1981. This note is also a trinary. And our last birthday note is May 30th, 2008. Now on to the fancies. We had 9 mixed or broken ladders. This one is numbers 0 through 7, all in mixed order. These 5 are numbers 1 through 8, all in mixed order. And these 3 are numbers 2 through 9, all in mixed order. We also had 15 trinary notes. As you can see, these are relatively easy to find. Here we have a couple of notes with a pair of triples, with the top example having 3 6s and 3 7s. The bottom example has 3 1s and 3 6s with an extra 6 here at the end. Next up, we have a flipper note with a serial number made of only 0s, 6s, and 9s. Flipper notes have serial numbers that can be read both right side up and upside down. Here we have a pair of high serial numbers starting with 9599. Dollar bills starting with 96 or above are sold as novelty items and are not printed for circulation. Here we have a note with 4 trailing 0s and one with 4 trailing 9s. 4 or more trailing 0s or 9s are tougher to find in circulation compared to other numbers because they're often pulled out by the BEP employees to be sold as novelty items. Next up, we have a pair of notes with 5 in a row of the same number with 5 in a row 6s and 5 in a row 7s. We recently did a video trying to make full sets of these notes. Feel free to check it out. Here we have a note with alternating pairs, 1 2, 6 8, 6 8, 1 2. Here we have a 3-digit bookends note, 364, 1 1, 364, with the 364s being the bookends. Here's another 3-digit bookends note, 475, 66, 475, with the 475s being the bookends. And here we have a 2-digit bookends note, 38, 9999, 38, with the 38s being the bookends. We also had 6 hybrid notes. Hybrid notes have combinations of 2 different fancy serial numbers. These notes start off with 2 pairs and end with a 4-digit radar. The next 2 hybrid notes are trinaries with pairs, 5050, 5588, and 66442626. And the last hybrid note was probably my favorite fancy serial number of the hunt, 00332222. We also had one older note, a 1981 A series. I normally keep anything from 1985 and earlier, but that's just my preference. And last up, we have a minor printing error. Look at this serial number and compare it to this one. As you can see, this one's quite a bit lighter. This is an insufficient ink error, and although it's minor, these do sell for quite a bit more than face value on eBay. It's a great find. Now let's wrap things up. Well, after 6,000 bills, we didn't find anything super fancy or valuable, but we didn't do too badly either. As for the top finds of the hunt, they're what you see here in front of you. Let me know what your favorite find was in the comments. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and it made you wish you were married to a banker, hit that thumbs up and subscribe. And if you have any feedback or questions about any of the finds in this video, feel free to leave me a comment and I'll get back with you. Thanks again, and remember, every piece of currency has a story, and some of those stories are a bit clearer than others. I'll see y'all next time.